Grom with Socially Now, your social media company, and today's special guest is Grant Fletcher. He is a certified financial planner in the Lodi, California area. Welcome, Grant.
Yeah. Good morning, Zanette. Good morning, everyone out there. And
good morning. Good morning. And
yeah.
So today you're going to be sharing with us about the fiscal cliff. This is a big, hot topic.
Right. And as you know, there's been a lot of media talk about the fiscal cliff lately, and it's certainly with my clients and the public in general, it's caused a lot of concern.
Right. And
they want to know, what is the fiscal cliff?
What is it?
Well, it's a couple of things going on. It's really the expiration of the Bush tax cuts, which were extended back in 2010. It's spending cuts and also tax increases, which are projected to cause about a 3.5% to 4% decline in GDP for 2013. Which, if we did go over the cliff, hence the fiscal cliff, we're looking at a situation potentially that could cause us to be put back in a recession. And that's where the concern. The other portion of the fiscal cliff is the spending cuts that were agreed upon back in 2011 in August, when the debt ceiling was raised, so we could have more money be printed to finance our expenditures in this country. So those automatic spending cuts are slated to go in at the end of this year also. Now, Zanette, that's not all.
There's a lot more.
There's more to it. You also have the payroll tax that is going to expire as part of the extension of the Bush tax cuts. The Republicans agreed to a payroll tax deduction of roughly 2% in people's paychecks, going from I think it was 6.2 down to 4.2. I'm not quite sure on those numbers, but I think it's pretty close. And you know what the thought was is to put that money back into the consumer's pocket, so they would spend it in the economy to stimulate the economy.
Right, exactly.
So those are slated to go back up, so hence that's taking money out of the individual's paycheck.
Right.
And there's concern there also. And let's not forget Obamacare. We have to finance that. And what's been agreed upon there is a healthcare tax of 3.8% that's going to be added on to any investment income, capital gains, rents, and royalties. So, you know, theoretically, a person, and that's slated for an individual that's making over $200,000, and for a family that's making over $250,000.
Correct.
So you have a lot coming down the pike here, Zanette. So once again, the fiscal cliff is all of those things coming together if the government does nothing, and hence pushing this economy back over the cliff into a recession.
There's a lot going on. So for the average person, let's say just your average consumer out there, should they be speaking to their accountant? Should they be speaking to you? And at what point does that take place?
No, that's a great question. There's a couple of things that you and I can do as a small investor. First of all, don't panic. You know, I think if you have a well-diversified portfolio that's balanced between stocks and bonds, which also includes commodities, real estate, and other inflation hedges, you know, our goal is to try to save for a future or whatever we might have coming up in the future that we're trying, you know, such as retirement or college savings. The thing is, a well-diversified portfolio over time has proven itself. It proved itself that it makes money during the Depression of the 30s. It made money in the 70s, which was another lost decade. And certainly from 2001 to 2011, a well-diversified, balanced portfolio has worked. So my suggestion to the individual investor is continue funding your 401k plans. You know, continue funding your educational funding for your children or grandchildren. What you can do is, on top of that, if you have losses, and certainly you'd want to talk to your CPA or tax person about this, if you have losses in your portfolio, now might be a good time to harvest those losses when you harvest a loss, what you're doing is you're turning lemons into lemonade, Zanette.
Exactly.
You're banking those losses to be used against future capital gains. And with capital gains rates potentially going up to 20%,
that's a 5%.
5% increase,
right,
currently from 15%. Then you add on the 3.8% healthcare tax. You know, you're looking at potentially capital gains being up close to 24%, Zanette. So harvesting losses right now in your portfolio is a wise move.
And definitely do that before the end of the year.
Yes, yes.
So you want to assess this now. Make those calls.
Right. Make those calls to your financial advisor. See what losses you do have in your portfolio. Harvest those losses. And you know, if you have a burning desire to keep that position of whatever, let's say you sell XYZ stock today, you can rebuy that back into your portfolio after 30 days. Possibly at a lower cost basis. Okay,
that's
and plus
advice.
You've captured the tax loss to be used against future capital gains.
Excellent.
One thing. The other thing is, if you do have capital gains, I would suggest that the individual investor possibly capture those capital gains in an environment where you're looking at 15% capital gains this year.
This year, correct.
Versus next year
the 20.
At 20%. Okay, so that's something the individual investor can do this year to help. Some other things that you may want to consider: charitable giving.
Charitable giving.
Charitable giving. That charitable giving is on the table as a discussion item. So right now, a person can give away up to $13,000 to any individual that they want to.
Exactly.
That is slated to go up to $14,000 next year. But if he is a husband and wife, together they can gift $26,000. Let's just talk. We're going to back up and talk about estate planning right now, and you need to get together with your attorney on this.
So obviously, your estate planning attorney.
Exactly. Right. Because if
your trusts and so forth.
This may not apply to everybody, but right now the estate tax exemption is $5,125,000. That also your gift tax exemption is the same amount. So for a larger estate, if you want to do some advanced estate planning, now is the time to take advantage of that higher gift tax exemption. Okay?
Makes sense.
Because we're looking at a potential, we're going to revert back to about $1 million.
Exactly.
Okay? So I would highly recommend for anybody that has a substantial means to get together with your estate planning attorney and your financial advisor to look at what you can do to possibly gift some of your estate now.
Right, versus the beginning of the year.
Versus the beginning of the year, because you're looking at the estate taxes going up to 55%.
Which is a huge.
That's a huge.
That's a huge increase.
It's a huge increase.
That's a huge increase. And not to alarm anyone at this point, but the thing is, it's information that should be taken and do something with that. And make those calls. Make them now.
Absolutely.
Make those calls. And so, currently, right now, Grant, are you able to take some new clients if they're needing your services?
Absolutely, Zanette. You know, anybody that needs consultation, we're open to consulting and providing the services that we offer here, which is comprehensive wealth management. And that doesn't. What that means is, whatever your need is or weakness in your plan or your strengths, we'll sit down, analyze it, and help you on your path to a brighter future. Excellent,
excellent. And you've got a great team here that can help with that.
Yes.
We will put your information, if that's okay, your contact information here, and so people can get a hold of you, your website, so they can actually go on there. Grant Fletcher is also on LinkedIn, and he's also on Facebook, so you're welcome to visit him there. We'll make sure that people know that and visit you there. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, Zanette, get together with your CPA or tax person, get together with your financial planner, get together with your estate planning attorney, and put your plan in place to make the plan work for you.
Make those calls and move forward and start the new year, regardless what happens.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Thank you so much, Grant. Great information. Great information. I so appreciate it. All right, everyone. If you like this information, please share it. Please like our page. Please like us on YouTube as well. And hopefully that has been a very good tidbit for today and the end of the year of 2012. And much success to everyone for the new year of 2013.